We never did much. I was in Euclid.
Euclid, okay.
Immaculata.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in fact,
All
we
right.
started that. Well, I just missed being a charter member by 6 months. I went in the service just before, just after that. But, oh yeah, we were, well, but like I said, I've been in the Knights for 65 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
4th degree, I was a faithful navigator for 2 years. But yeah, we were a busy council.
Yeah.
I used to hop around. Now I can't. I wish I could do something over here at Magnificat, but I just can't.
Well, what you're doing here,
Too hard for me to,
but what you're doing here for us is priceless.
Yes.
So we're getting this on video, so we have the history, we have people's stories. That's so you are contributing.
Now, the church was founded in on 49, right?
Yeah.
You know what's let's say ironical? You talk about your age.
Yeah.
That's the year I graduated from Shaw High School in 1949.
Oh, wow.
So you can figure how old I am. Yeah, this coming August I'll be 92.
92.
Can you imagine that?
No.
You know, I tell you,
Good Lord's blessed you.
I sit back sometime and I think, you know, how the heck did I get like that? How did I get so old? You know, I used to be like you guys, running around. I was a lector for, I can't tell you how many years, up and down there. And, well, that's what we lectured before they had the renovation. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Father Sturck was here. He got me. He was our chaplain in the Knights, Father Sturck, and we used to meet at St. Christine's. And he got over here, and I was over to here. He said, "Hey, why don't you be elected?" "I'm not going to be an elector." And come on. So he got me in it, and I was in for quite a few years too, which I really enjoyed. But when we got in, when the elective program started, with the parishioners doing it, there really weren't that many doing it. So a couple of times I did 2 masses in a row. And then as it gradually progressed, more and more people got in it. And then the young people, I said, well, it's time to get out, you know.
So is it because when they used to do it in Latin,
Do you know what I forgot?
lay people did not
You know what
do
I
that?
forgot?
What?
Stupid, my darn hearing aids.
Oh, can you hear? Should I speak up?
Well, I can hear you, yeah, but Ted, in my jacket, I'll tell you what I want. I forgot something. My notes.
Oh, very good.
Like I'm doing work.
Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, so start off, just tell us how long you've been a parishioner at St. Mary Magdalene.
Well, I won't. I'm not going to go like that. You know, but there's some things that I know I'm gonna.
Larry, how long have you been a parishioner?
Well, it's in 1964. 64, yeah, we got married in 59, and 5 years later we bought a house in Willowick, not the one I'm in now, but a split level. And in 64, I immediately enrolled in his father Laubacher. In fact, he baptized my 2 children in 76 and 77, yeah. 79, my son, 79, yeah. I mean, born in 79. Yeah, but yeah, we go back a long way.
Did your kids go to school here at St. Mary Magdalene?
Both of them, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So they received their sacraments?
It was a flourishing. You know, one time, St. Mary Magdalene School was one of the largest schools in the diocese. Mm-hmm. I think St. Charles was the most populous. But and then we were either second or third. We had a tremendous school here, yeah.
So besides, so you were in the Knights of Columbus, but what other organizations were you in while you were here?
Here?
Yeah, what other groups and organizations were you in?
Outside of St. Vincent de Paul, food bank, I was very, very active in that. I don't know if you remember Jim Pride. Okay, he was the one that practically ran it way back. I'm talking about 1996. I retired in '96, and I knew Jim Pride. He says, "Come on, get her to see if it's a food bank." I said, "Yeah, I like that." I said, "But wait till I retire." As soon as I retired, he grabbed. He knew when I was going to retire. So then I joined it, and boy, we used to do so much. I'm telling you, we used to go to homes and not visit them, but Quinchim, whatever you call it. And we had a form we had to fill out before we give them any food, which I did not like. It was too personal. I had to ask, how much money do you have coming in? You know, how much rent you paying? You have a car? How much is your car? How much is your gas fee? And Jim, I said, that's really not. I mean, people have got pride. They want that. But then we finally, the main area said, stop it. So we did. But, we go back along. We used to haul everything. We used to haul refrigerators. I had a refrigerator in my car one time. Christmas tree, somebody called and said, "Would you say, what's the Paul, like a Christmas tree?" So I said, "Yeah, we'll go over." I had a pretty good sized car that time. It was a crossover. And we went to this house and got that tree. That thing was about 20 foot high. Two of us could hardly pick it up. He said, Jimmy, he'd take anything. He said, "Yeah, we'll get it. We'll hold the car." He took it upstairs somehow. And, yeah, I used to go where he was always away. If I was out running around with Willowwick, I'd always come up 321. And 9 times out of 10, his car would be parked by the food bank, and I'd get out and be stocking shelves. And he bought all those shelves in there. We had wooden shelves, and he bought them all. He probably bought the most of the freezers we had in there. I mean, through the church, But oh, he was really a go-go. And then he wound up terrible. Yeah. Terrible man that did all that. And, anyway, lots happened in my.
Why don't you share what you wrote down?
I'll tell you when Chris comes over and he gives me communion. She comes over every Sunday. In fact, she just left. She'll come over and we'll sit for about an hour. I think she likes to hear me rattle on. I don't know. At 90, what am I, 92? There's a heck of a lot that I've done.
Not to hear. What did you write down on your paper? What's some of your stories you have on your paper, your memories? What were you going to share with us?
Well, one thing I'm going to bring up the cornerstone, which I think is sort of a little bit. So I mean, 49 graduated. Start off with that, just a little, and then how many years that we've been here? 5 years after we got married, we joined. And then the school, my daughter and son, and how the school has changed. I mean, how it's changed when we had the big school here. And being lecturer, what you bring us, those poor boxes, all 4 of them. Yeah, I was one that had them made.
Oh.
I was talking with Father John Singler when he was here, and we used to have the poor. So he used to have saucers. Put the money in as you walk out the door. And I was talking to him one day. I said, it's not too. You need something better. He said, yeah. He said, I'll have to get some nice pour boxes made. I said, I have a couple of friends of mine that one of them, Johnny Keel, he lives in Willowwick, parishioner. He died, but he had a heck of a workshop. I forget what street it on. But anyway, and woodworking shop. So I went up there. I said, hey, you guys make some pour boxes for the church? Yeah, whatever. So I drew up some things. I said, well, let's, I asked Father, I said, well, how do you want them? He said, well, I don't care. I said, yeah, something that looks nice and, it blends in with the wood. Okay. So I got them and I made them all and brought them up, and my buddy and I, we put them in the walls there and put them all up there.
Wow.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know
I
that.
said, we go back a long, long way. And, well, we made them unique, so you can't see where the lock is. It's underneath. So I said, let's make a little trap door so people can't, So that's what we did. And there's a little lever that give you with the key. In fact, I had my key. In fact, Trish came over last week and I gave her all my keys at a food bank and to the poor boxes. I said, I really don't need them now. Terry's the one that empties the food boxes. I always ask her, how the poor boxes, how the poor boxes go with Terry? I said, okay, they hold them up, like you don't need to repair it. I actually have my own little toolbox. Because every once in a while something will go wrong with them, the lockers. And I put my toolbox in and come in here and take it apart. Yeah, we see him a lot.
Yeah.
Well, at 92, okay, at the poor boxes, the food bank, tell about the food bank used to be in the priest house, which is no longer there. Not this one, they demolished that.
Rectory,
Yeah. And it was downstairs. We had to go through the vestibule and through the living room, through the kitchen, down the stairs, and there was wooden a rack set up. And instead of boxes, we would put them in bags. We couldn't carry the box back up the steps. It's too much. So we packed the bags, then go out to the vestibule and wait for the people to come, and they park right on the street. We walk out the door and we hand it to them, And that was really something. Then we went over to the convent, you know about that? Yeah, we went over there. Then they throw that down, and then they get rid of us there, but now we got a good place there. Over here, it looks real good. Yep. I used to pick up bread every Sunday till probably a couple of years ago at the Giant Eagle. In fact, Jim was the one who got that going. I had my big car that I had. Used to go to Giant Eagle, hit the back door, Jimmy and I, and they'd come out and they'd give us some bread and pastries and all that. We used to get so much that I could hardly shut my back trunk.
Wow.
And now I did that, Jimmy and I did that, and then Mario, you remember Mario Russo? He was a good guy. He helped me a lot. And him and I used to go over there and pick all the stuff up, load it in my car, and then bring it, and then load it up into the pantry.
Wow.
Before we come to the church, after we left Giant Eagle, we always stop at Speedway and have a cup of coffee or something. And then come over
Made a
here.
little social.
And then come over here, Yeah, those were the days, my friend. We thought they'd never end. We'd live and laugh forever and
Very good.
What about favorite
Well, that's
priest?
another thing that I miss. I used to sing in the morning glories,
You have a very good voice.
Huh?
You have a very good singing voice.
Yeah. No, I really did enjoy it. I enjoyed it for the meaning behind it, because sometimes people, the family and that, we sitting back there, the family would come up and say, hey, thank you, we really appreciate the singing. It made you feel good.
Yeah.
And then I sang at the little choir they had, the Willow Airs, in the food pantry at the senior center. I sang there for a year with the group.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice voice. What about any priests, any special priests that have any special place in your heart, favorite memory?
Any priests?
A priest. Any priest or so that you really liked here, or?
Well, yeah, I would probably say Father McDonough, Father John McDonough. He was really super. In fact, when he had his retirement, he was 25 or. The wife and I both. He was at a church on the west side, and we went over there, and celebrated with him. Yeah, Father John McDonough. Yeah, he was just some priest, you just took to. Were you here when Father Klaus was here?
Father Bob
Father
Close?
Klaus?
Close?
Close.
Yeah, Father Bob Close, yes.
Yeah, he was well liked. Especially with the kids. Boy, he was here when they renovated the. In fact, I think he was part of it. I don't want to say that if I get it wrong or something. I think he. I think it was Father Circle, I know. And Father Ted I always liked. He used to give me communion. I mean, when my wife was bedfast, I used to take communion to her, and I used to come up and he gave me a pick. And I think Father Ron gave me the pick, but Father Ted, as I'd come up to communion for myself, and I'd open that pick up and he'd put it in there, and then I go home and give it to my wife, and now I'm getting it.
Full circle.
Stay active, stay as young as you can, but don't wait till the last minute. Yeah, I want to do this eventually. As soon as I retired in 1996, my wife had so many problems. I can't tell you how many times I've been in a hospital, but she made it to 81 though. Didn't go to a nursing home. Took my wife, myself, and my daughter.
Beautiful.
But anyway, as soon as I retired in 96, I said we're going to do a thing. So we went on 3 different cruises, and we camped. I used to pull a camper.
Wow.
That's great.
I tell you, did a lot in this old time. We didn't stay home very long. I would stay off, and my wife and I, we were going all the time with the nights. And she was active in the guild. She was the guild president a couple of worked with the Girl Scouts. She used to drive the kids to camp, stay with them. Yeah, we didn't sit around all the time. But anyway, yeah. So shut up, will you? Okay.
No, stop. You're good.
Oh, you're doing good.
Yeah. What is it you love about St. Mary Magdalene?
Pardon me?
What do you love about St. Mary
Get
Magdalene?
that thing going?
Yeah. It's going. It's recording.
Oh, good. What I like about St. Mary Magdalene, I guess I just like the not only the fact that I've been here for so many years, I guess I just like the warm feeling that I get when I get here. It's probably because I've been here so many years, but it's just so homey. It feels like this is the place that I should be, and I feel very not only spiritual, but I have the people, the people that friend us, and certainly the priests that we've had. They certainly help, and especially the present one we have, Father Breck. Thank God we got him. The continuity stays going in our parish, thank God.
Yes.
But that's one of the big reasons. I just enjoy coming over here. Wish I could come into the church every Sunday, but I do get communion as it is. And but anyway, yes, I would not want to move away from the area. I would not want to relinquish the what I have going with the church and with the people in general. The food bank that I worked in for several years, and other things that the church I've been associated with. It's really, but that's about it.
That's great.
I just feel like extremely at home in the church, and it's just became part of me, and also with my wife and my children too, I know.
Thank you for sharing
Very
that.
good.
Thank you.
You did great.
Yes, good job. Just out of curiosity, what made you move to Willowick? Why did you pick Willowick?
Well, all right. As I say, it's a very good question. My mother, in fact, she lived to be 98, and she lived in Cleveland. The apartment was right across from Euclid Beach. She had a pretty nice apartment there. And when we decided to move after 5 years of marriage to get our own place, we were thinking of going to Manor. I said, honey, I said, I don't want to have to drive all that way into Cleveland. Let's find somewhere. And I said, we're just starting to come up there. And I said, nice houses there. And so that's why we stayed. We got here, and that was it. You just we had a very nice house there on Daniel and Charles. If you go down Baybridge, you can't help but see it. It was a split level, and it wasn't even finished when we moved in. And in fact, my father and I, we put all the insulation in there, make sure it was nice. And there was no garage, and but we no lawn, no nothing. But we moved in, and really nice. It was up and down stairs and cathedral ceiling. We had to move because of my wife. She had lupus. She couldn't make those steps. And I wanted to stay in Willowick, so we bought over here in Penley, which is okay, but it wasn't like that split we had.
Yeah.
What year did you move to Penley?
Pardon me?
What year did you move to Penley?
It had to be 77, I think it was. 77, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we moved, we bought the first house in 64, I said. Yeah, it was 77 or 78, I guess, yeah.
So you knew the Incorvias?
Pardon?
Did you know the Incorvias?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure, yeah.
You know Mrs. Incorvia is still alive?
Really?
Yeah.
Boy, another oldie, huh? that refuses to,
Yeah.
But, yeah, a lot of them. That was a nice. Not only the house, but I really liked the area. You're off the beaten track, sort of like a little area by yourself. It was very, very, very nice. Yeah. Very good. In fact, I was telling you about that we were always active, and the next door neighbor, they were older couple at that time. They bought it. Really nice, and she used to come out and say, "Why'd you guys buy a house?" I said, "What do you mean, Mrs. I forget her name." "Why?" She says, "You're never home." What's your word? I remember one time when I used to, I thought I was big and strong. My two kids, we go out with them, throw them in the back of the wagon, they didn't know seatbelts or nothing. And then we'd go home, and we'd go wherever we were, the kids would be sound asleep. I'd grab Paul in this arm, and my daughter Lisa in that arm, and I'd walk in the house with them. My wife would open the doors. I'd say, "Open the door." "Yeah, take them in there." Until I kept doing it for a while, until one day I dropped my son. I said, "Oh, I can't do that anymore."
We won't publish that comment.
You don't have all that, no.
Yeah.
No. But anyway, we've really enjoyed our stay in Willowick, and like I keep telling Chris, I say, what more could you want? You got it right here. You don't have to go miles and miles, and you want the freeway, you want to hop, skip, and a jump to that.
That's true.
I know.
Every store that you need, a post office, the emergency center, Shore Gate, my God, Yeah, I was raised and born in Cleveland, and I like people around me, in case you haven't noticed. I could never be out in the boondocks somewhere.
Yeah.
Never. No, I want to live here and they were there. Hey, how are you? You know, turn on that thing. Well, you know, but no, I like people around me now.
Good.
Yeah.
Very good.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Larry.